Hello, welcome back. Last time I finished up all the rooms on this level that I had not gotten stuck on, leaving me with just these two kinda nasty ones. I wanted a fresh perspective on them. I got maybe a slightly fresher perspective than I expected to, given that it's been so long. So, let's just see what this room looked like. See if I can make any more sense of it today than I did like 9 days ago or whenever it was. So last time I was here, this was a puzzle of Evil Eye sequencing to have the Guardian push mirrors around and get 3 mirrors on these plates, maybe. Did I save a demo? I did. So I had a thought. Let me just play this out quickly. I might make a note of that sequence if I want to do this again, but I'm not sure I want to do this again. Okay, well that's as far as my demo got. I had a thought. So the reason these all needed to be mirrors, as far as I could see, was that I have to kill this Evil Eye, which moves the Guardian. If the Guardian is standing on a pressure plate, he will move. Now, there was a possibility, a thing I thought about doing, maybe. Once I got in here, I could light the fuse without killing this Evil Eye. And walk out of here. Could I? 1, 2, okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That does allow for enough turns to do that. If I did that, there are a few safe spots for mirrors. Any mirrors that are preserved in... Actually, the safe spots are pretty small. Yeah, so the safe zone is here, 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 and here. So 5 spaces where mirrors will not get blown up. So I had a thought, after I had failed to solve this room the first time, that I could light that, walk out of here, let those close, everything blows up. Guardian is still sitting on a pressure plate at that point, I guess. Oh, so that won't work. Yeah, because what I was thinking was I can maybe get 3 mirrors in rescuable spots there. The problem that I now see with that is that I couldn't actually move the Guardian off the pressure plate to be able to kill this Evil Eye. I can maybe, like, cage him or something somehow. How do these... Well, shoot. It's been so long I forgot how Guardians move. How do they sidestep around things? They just... They have... I think it's called direct beelining. I think. Yeah, so he wants to be here. He's blocked... and just doesn't know what to do in that case. Okay. Alright, so let me not just stab things, let me go in with an actual plan. So I guess the ideal would be just move 3 mirrors, here, here, and here. The problem with doing that I encountered was, one, it's extremely awkward to push these mirrors around with the rough controls where I use up an Evil Eye when I stab one, so I only get to attract a Guardian to one place once. And I have to interrupt him on the way here. So the reason that doesn't work too well is there's only 5 Evil Eyes over here, so I only get an opportunity to... like if I stab this, I can get here in time to interrupt him from pushing a mirror off this plate over here. I can do the same down here with this. But then for the center one, there's nowhere to go. There's no other place to attract the Guardian. So I guess I could plan it to try and get 2 mirrors there. No, how would that work? The only way that would work is if I could stab this eye twice, and I can't. So remind me, if I do like that, there are these tunnels here. This is not the most convenient place to try and navigate. Like, if I'd stab you now, how much time do I get? Whoa, he did something funny. Oh, he's stuck. Well, that's not helpful. That's not really what I want. So I could well... Am I sure about that? I'm not entirely sure that's something bad. So let me keep in mind that I could get the Guardian stuck on a structure of mirrors like that if that could somehow come in handy. So if I try to do this a straightforward way, the obvious issue here is to get to an evil eye in time, I have to sacrifice another one that's next to a pressure plate. So it would be far more ideal. If I could first... Okay, well this will be interesting. So by killing that... Okay, no, that's not what I want. Let's say... Yeah, okay, sure. So, let's say I would kill you, then you... Oops. Then you. So that I did have to sacrifice 3 evil eyes for that, which is quite a few. But that lines you up perfectly for doing this. Without... I think I did some much fancier unnecessary gymnastics last time I tried to do that. Alright, so having done that... Let's do the exact same... Ooh. So you need to be moved slightly before I can... Oh. Well, alright. Let's kill another north evil eye. Say that one, for example. So basically, I'm following the same process as I did on my first attempt for this, but I'm just doing it on a different day, so maybe that will be... Oh. So this worked conveniently because I had already lined up a mirror there. Yeah, so I have the secondary problem now of needing to push a new mirror out somehow from this structure. Well, let's try this. And then I can do something not dissimilar to what I did before. Although, no, now that's on the other side, but maybe that's okay. So that will move that there, and that's not too bad. Okay. So far this plan works. But, like, this is the kind of puzzle where you can fail it in a fairly subtle way. Like, I feel like the failure conditions happen long before their consequences become clear. Okay, so what would be a plausible next step? That I'm not sure about, because this structure looks a little bit hard to work with at this point, especially since I've consumed every evil eye in this corner. Maybe that's not a problem. I think I could do something here. Let's see, how would I do something? Yeah, this is actually kind of bad right here. Okay, so, but before I even think about moving these mirrors, I should think about where I want them. I mean, ideally, I want one there. So, I have no possible opportunity for interrupting this evil eye. Could I? Oh. What if I moved the mirror a different way? Well, how would that work? Okay, so let me... Alright. Before I think about that sort of thing, let's just see... That didn't help anything. Let's just see what kinds of things I could do. The presence of that vision token right there kind of suggests I want to stab this evil eye first. And if I had done that, that would have gotten rid of this problem mirror right here, so maybe I should have done that. This also feels like an open-ended enough puzzle that... I just noticed these are identical. Those have the exact same effect on the Guardian's position. So I get 2 of each corner. That's probably important. Right, this puzzle feels open-ended enough that it probably doesn't have one specific correct solution. Okay, that's the kind of mess you made. Intriguing. Right, so knowing I can make that kind of mess, what if I make that kind of mess differently? Let me go back. I just want to try. Why are you there? You're there because I interrupted you. Got it. Let's see what happens. If I would do something like this? Well, that doesn't... Okay, that does line up. What do you do exactly here? Well, that doesn't look especially workable. Whoa, you did a funny thing. That's not good, is it? That doesn't look good to me, no. Interruption 1 isn't an option, 2 wouldn't be helpful even if it were an option. Okay. Just kind of stabbing things at random at this point, just to see what it'll do. Nothing that I want. So if I were to have stabbed you, he just gets stuck there, of course. Because you can't push 2 mirrors at a time. Okay, so let's go back a little bit. With this structure here, what kinds of things can I do? How do you react if I stab this? Differently. Aha! I see an opportunity. It's not super great. I did get a mirror kind of free into kind of the place it needs to be, but also, like, really not. That doesn't help anything. This really won't... Oh, that really, really won't help anything. Because not only does he not make it through there, he doesn't even... can't even push the ones I wanted him to push. Oh, hold on. Oh. Well, I've made it possible to do this. Okay, well, I landed in this situation. Let me save another demo because my last one wasn't very good. Which F key is it? Is it 4? It's 4. So this has the exact same problem as my last one did. So let's see what happens if I set off the bomb. Things go boom. Guardian moves. Oh! Hey, that's something... Okay, so one of my assumptions was wrong. So I said early on that the rescuing mirrors in the middle solution with replacing them here wouldn't work, but he keeps on moving toward his destination when this mirror gets blown up, so that could work. Because if he were there and I stabbed that evil eye, he wouldn't disrupt anything on any of these. So of course the problem here is if I do this, he steps off that immediately. Okay. So approaches I could see working. So approach number 1, possibly. Set off the fuse, get out of here, readjust everything, come back, stab the evil eye. Approach number 2, block the Guardian from moving anywhere after he's at his destination, so that even when I stab this, he won't be able to go anywhere. That seems pretty impossible. That would require... That's absolutely impossible, right? Well, I can't say absolutely, but it's completely unreasonable. That would require a mirror here, 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 and here. And here, of course. Because he would have to be unable to push this, unable to do the secondary move down here, and unable to do the tertiary move over here. He would take a tertiary move, right? Yeah, of course. He would slide either horizontally or vertically when he wants to move diagonally. Yeah, and that's true for all 3 of... Well, this one's a little easier. That would only require 2 additional mirrors here and here. So that'd be mirror, mirror, mirror. 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I were going to do that, it would definitely be Guardian on this pressure plate, because that's the least amount of space to block. And the other option is just get 3 mirrors on pressure plates, which still seems impossible due to the inability to interrupt constraint that I have. Now, what about... Let me go back to a time when this was happening. So if I were to stab you, I end up with a pattern looking kinda like that. That's not what I wanted. I was thinking of like having this delay him enough so that when I stab something over here, I could actually get to something to interrupt stuff, but I don't think that's any good. So I wish I knew which of those 3 approaches was the correct one, because all 3 seem just about equally impossible. The rescue some mirrors, light the fuse first, come back out and adjust them approach seems impossible because of having to position 3 mirrors in this tiny little 5 wide, 5x1 space in here that's safe from bomb explosions. Now it starts with 1 mirror in that zone, but like it's hard enough just to move 2 here and here, and then a 3rd to block him for that. Okay, so then let's evaluate what I could do to make the 3 mirrors on pressure plate solution work. I keep looking at this situation where I have 5. Why are you there? Why are you a hot tile? And these are not. That one's... I don't think these are significant. That's just like the wreckage of the floor, but this feels like it means something. What could it mean? Like, maybe it's just to like, additionally highlight this one spot, like, this is important, you want to do this first. Go for the vision token, stab this evil eye. So, since I have no specific reason to believe otherwise, I'm going to assume that that's supposed to be my opening move. So let's say that that's a very important opening move to do. Okay. So, okay. But it doesn't make sense to do this, because then I have to interrupt using one of these high-value evil eyes. Well, hold on. So, I'm only 1 turn away from making that work. If I move him, Mr. Guardian Man, just slightly away from there, does that let me kill this and interrupt with this? It does. Now that puts you in a bad situation for sure, but it does let me use center and kill an outer one like this. Okay, so what if I did that last? Okay, so this opening move, that does position him pretty well for this kind of thing. Well, actually, it'd be even better if I did this kind of thing. So I think this is what I did the first time. This is what sort of follows logically from the way the puzzle looks initially set up. Because yeah, then I would do this and interrupt with this one. Then I have him come back over here. Somehow. How do I do that? I don't think I can bring him to this corner directly. I mean, for that reason, if nothing else. So I could either bring him down here, or bring him over here. So if I did this, then stab you. Alright, so I think I found like the easy version of my first attempt at this. The thing is, no matter how easy that is, it doesn't make it a more viable solution overall. Like, this still has the same problems. Alright, so, from here, what else can I do differently? Here in that corner. Push that, push this. And then it'd be mirror free for that. Okay, so that's not what I want. So I think the most sensible thing to do from here would look something like, hey now. Something like this. Where I would then just stab that guy in the end there. Ouch. If only I could get to an interrupt in time. Well, okay, so let's just evaluate the possibility of moving these around, because I still have a lot of evil eyes left in this area. So the idea would be that I would want to do something like this doesn't really work. That doesn't do at all what I want. That just makes a big mess. So I'm trying to get mirrors into this row, but like, the more mirrors I put in that row, the less space I have to move this one around to the center evil eye. Okay, so this is, I can say for sure, this is going the exact same way as my first and second real attempt that got me in here. So let's try something else. So from here, what if I focus my efforts on... See, now I have a problem already. Well, before I worry about that problem, let's just see about the possibility of packing this corner down here full of mirrors. So we got one there. This will not work. I had to spend so many resources, like I've killed that evil eye and now I don't have a way to move another mirror there. I'd have to get a lot of stuff. I'd have to get a lot of stuff. Well, I don't like where this is going. I've discovered something. So look at this setup I've just pulled off here. I have this lined up there with a mirror that would diagonally make it on here. If I had this evil eye alive, I could totally kill it and have everything work with the 3-mirror setup. Okay, so I think this tells me that this is the way to go. This is the approach. Okay, so how did I get here? Let me just save one of these and let's see what I did. Kinda just had to sit here and fiddle around for a while. Is this... I can't read... August 4th, that's not it. August 14th, the later one. Okay. Alright, so when did I kill this evil eye is what I want to know. I think it was at a fairly unnecessary time, right? So for some reason I decided that this was the best last pressure plate to do, so I was focusing on getting these two. I'd pulled off something where I killed this and then had enough time to get here. I think it happens right about now. Yeah. So I killed that and have just enough time to get there and move them away. For some reason I killed that now. Oh, because I wanted this out of the way. Why did I want that? Because this is the mirror that's going to get pushed up to here to diagonally align. So I need to move this out of the way some other way. Okay, well that's easy. I could kill this one and then that one instead. Sure. Okay, so why don't I, instead of going through all the pain of this again... Well, it wasn't that much pain. Okay. Well, yeah, so I see the final setup. I have that demo if I really want to refer back to it. I think I can make this work now. Okay. Not sure I feel any better about this as a puzzle at this point, but at least At least it seems like it'll be solvable now. See, this would probably be a lot more fun if I could... Oh hey, I just realized something. I don't have to kill anything else. I can do this right now, because he'll slide down. Yeah. That's cool. Alright, so save myself some effort. I think I would enjoy this puzzle a lot more if I could just, like, click on one of these and have the Guardian go to its target without having to walk Beethro around this super awkward outer ring. But, I mean, that part is important. Like getting from here to here to interrupt in time, that is part of the puzzle. So that's fine, I guess. Okay, so what's the next action I need? All I need to do is kill this. Okay, so this can actually be even shorter than my other attempts. So kill either one of these. Doesn't matter which. Then I do this and have just enough time to wait. Yeah, that's right. I have just enough time to do that. Now, I have to get this mirror out of the way. Okay, right. Now I remember. So what I do is I don't kill this one. This evil eye is the most crucial evil eye. You have to stay around. If I kill this one, then that's... this is not actually what I want, though. Because here's what's going to happen. I'll kill that. And when I move him diagonally up this way, he's going to push this into the way. That's not what I want. I can have him keep pushing it, get it out of the way, but then that doesn't help with this thing. Unless maybe I could also ditch this one and have that get pushed into that place. Yeah, I can totally do that, I think. Sure. I can totally see how to do that. Okay, so do this. Do that. And there we go. Okay, I have a path to victory. Yay! Once I understood what I needed to do, that all came together without too much trouble. Alright. So I don't kill you, actually. That's fascinating. You can stay alive. That is some pretty nice misdirection, actually. Look! 3 mirrors! On the pressure plates! Yay! Yay! Kill this! Guardian moves and it doesn't disrupt anything. Room's done! Thank goodness. Wow. Okay, so on the winning run I felt a little better about that, but still the process of getting there didn't feel too great. Again, that could be an enjoyable puzzle if I could just poke at the evil eyes at the edge and, you know, do some rapid trial and error experimentation. I mean, since it would be rapid trial and error, it probably wouldn't be super great as a puzzle, but, you know, that was fine. I did it, finally. So now this is the last room on the level, and I'm not going to do it today. This one I felt a little better about. Like, I enjoyed experimenting with that, so I'm going to have fun coming back to it and seeing what the actual solution is. That'll happen next time. See ya then!